Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It is so wonderful to see all of you fill our chapel for Shabbat, to come here after so many beautiful and full holidays over the past month, to be able to come here and fill our chapel for just Shabbat, for a Shabbat of the new year, a Shabbat of our new Torah cycle, since we had Simchat Torah this week, and the first Shabbat of this time in our Jewish calendar, when life is a little bit more chill. So we actually don't have any holidays from now until Hanukkah in the Jewish world. So no holidays between now and Hanukkah. So hopefully we can breathe a little bit more. And also, of course, we're going to talk about this more later, but also, of course, this is the first Shabbat in which all living hostages are back, God willing, with their families. Thank God. Thank God. And so if we don't know each other yet, I'm Rabbi Eliana Fischel. This is Cantor Susan Bortnick. We're also joined on piano this evening by David Lang, who graces us with his presence and his musicality for so many of our worship experiences. And we're here with all of you, and so I'd love for you, now that you're quiet and seated, to ideally find someone you don't know, introduce yourself, and share something that you like to do when life is a little more calm. What's something you like to do when you have a little bit of a free time? What do you like to do when life's a little more calm? Go for it. I don't know. I don't have that. Where? Yeah, I can do that. It's right by this one. It's right next to this one. And so I'm wondering if actually I wonder if there's Ahavat Olam makes sense. That's what I said. I'll do it at some point. Okay, do it at some point. We turn to page 12 as we lift up our voices in song and in praise for Shabbat and for the One Most High. Lechu neranana.
Lechu neranana, lechu neranana, lechu neranana, l'Adonai. Lechu neranana, lechu neranana, lechu neranana, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, letzuri, sheinu nekama, vana v'toda. and we continue on page 17 with Romemu at the bottom of the Hebrew. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'nishachavu nehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'nishachavu nehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. As we turn to the next page, page 18 for Adonai Oz, you can find the English, actually, and the Hebrew in your This Week handout. So if you'd rather look at your handout, you are welcome to. And if I make any guitar mistakes, I totally apologize, but there is really the cutest little child right over here that keeps distracting me. And I'd rather make guitar chords and be able to watch her periodically, so I hope you're okay with that. Oh, no. And now I'll make vocal ones too.
On page 20 and 21, we find Lechado D, which is the staple of our Kabbalat Shabbat prayers. And you may have heard me or my colleagues teach about how this prayer was written in the hills of Israel in Sfat way back when, around in the 16th century. And as a way to greet Shabbat, they would go out to the hills and welcome Shabbat with their bodies. And so as we approach Lecha Dodi this evening, I am struck by the fact that one of our own, Sophie Gary, is going to be in Israel at this time next week, and as she is making Aliyah. And we are so blessed, Sophie, with all that you have brought and bring to our community, and we can't wait to see all that you welcome in this new life and in this new chapter in Israel. And so we're going to sing Lecha Dodi, imagining our ancestors back then in that land, and also I will be imagining you in that land in just a few short days. Lecha Dodi, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
Lecha Dodi.
Continue on page 28 with our call to worship.
Baruch hu et Adonai, hamevorach
on page 32 with a blessing of God's love upon us, Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam
Beit Yisrael,
Amecha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Aken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochenu u'bekumenu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed, ki hem chayenu, ve'orech yameinu, u'bahem nehegeh yomam v'layla, ve'ahavatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Baruch Shem kivod malchuto leolam va'ed.
Be seated.
We continue chanting Ve'ahavta together on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו לעשיתם את כל מצוותי, הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אמן. As we turn to our prayer of freedom, we turn to page 40 for Micha Mocha.
page 42, we ask for God's shelter and protection in the evening, a time that was very scary for our ancestors and perhaps a time that's scary for us, or perhaps we think of the evenings of our lives and think about those times when we feel a little bit of fear and ask for God's a little bit of extra attention from God, a little extra protection, a little extra shelter. Hashkivenu.
We'll join together in just the Chatima, the Hebrew at the bottom of the page. Baruch atah, atah Adonai, haporei sukkot shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah, atah Adonai, haporei sukkot shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Yerushalayim ve'al kol
Continue a celebration of Shabbat on page 44. V'shamru, just as the people of Israel kept and guarded Shabbat, so too we keep and celebrate Shabbat.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם. ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת שבת וינפש שבת, שבת וינפש, שבת
On page 46, we find our Amidah, and for those who are able, we'll ask you to please rise.
And when we come to our second prayer, the Givurot, which you can find on page 50, we have had a switch this week, which if you saw my video leading in for tonight, you will have heard, that we switch this week from the prayer for dew, Morid Hatal, to the prayer for rain, Mashiv Haruach, Umarid Hagasham. So we are going to say those words for the next 6 months. We'll guide you through. Don't worry. You're going to see it in the prayer book. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotinu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei HaKol, Vezocher Chastei Avot V'Imahot, Umevii Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechaye HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
You may be seated. It's our tradition here at Washington Hebrew that whenever we join together for services, that we take a moment to celebrate our simchas, to celebrate our joy. And if you look on page 58, you can find our blessing of thanksgiving, where the first two words say modim anachnu lach, which means we are grateful. And so we're going to ask people to share their simchas with us. And a simcha can be a joy, like a really big joy, like a wedding anniversary or something else. Or it can be a small joy, like you saw something beautiful today. So when you share your joy, I will share it back so that live stream can hear it and all of you can hear it. And we'll join together in a modim anachnu lach. And I'm only taking a few tonight, I'm going to warn you. Only taking a few because we have a particular joy that we're celebrating tonight as well. David Bortnick, what might be your joy this evening?
In addition to Elia and Mickey being here, our daughter Nomi is here for the first time home from college.
Amen. For Nomi Bortnick being home from college, we say modim anachnu lach. Absolutely. Allie and Laurel, anything happened in your life recently?
We got married.
You got married! Yay! It was such a pleasure to celebrate with Allie and Laurel all last weekend as they got married officially in the Jewish faith by the state of Maryland a year ago. And it is such a blessing to have you. And I love that you're here tonight. So mazel tov. For finding your beshert, we say modim anachnu lach. Joanne.
I won first place in a nationally juried pastel show.
Wow.
How beautiful. Oh my goodness. For amazing artistic talent, we say modim anachnu lach. Madison, and then I promise I'm going to come over here.
I made it in one piece tonight to get here because normally I'm here on time. I was late today amid some very messy traffic.
I heard a lot of traffic today, I know, but the simcha is that you're here, so thank God. So for being here, we say modim anachnu lach. Eli, I feel like I know from your pin.
Yes, I'm celebrating my 20th birthday today, and I get to celebrate it with my chosen family, Washington Hebrew.
Amen. Eli's celebrating his 20th birthday and has chosen to celebrate it with his chosen family, Washington Hebrew. Modim anachnu lach. Yes.
We're here to celebrate Henry's bar mitzvah.
Yes, there are so many wonderful families here to celebrate B'nai Mitzvah. I love that. For young adults becoming full adults in the Jewish faith, we say modim anachnu lach. I'm taking one last one. You know, obviously, I'm going for Noah. Yeah. Noah, what's up?
I wanted to say the first one that was made was Jewish.
You wanted to say what?
The first one that was made was
The first one that was made was
for
Jewish.
Abraham.
Abraham?
No, I was talking about like Adam.
Oh, Adam. Oh, I
works
love
too.
that. Did you learn about creation recently? All right. So, yes, I love that. I love that. Thank you
Very
so
good.
much. Thank you, thank you. We are going to celebrate, thank God, for education and for Jewish education and for really, really brave kids. We say, Modim Ana Nula. It's also our honor that this evening we have Phil Hochberg here, who is celebrating his 85th birthday. Is that right? 85th birthday. And so are you able to come on up here? Would you like to come on up here so I can bless you? Is that all right? Oh, the laugh was great. They're like, I don't know. So
Let me take your hand.
please, please. Beautiful, beautiful. So Phil, we don't know each other that well. It's really nice to see you. Hello. It's my understanding that you were the voice of the what was once the Redskins for 38 years. Is that right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And you have also been a huge support here at Washington Hebrew, particularly for our Amram Scholars Series. And so we wanted to take an opportunity to bless you for your 85th birthday, for all that you've given to us. And so do you mind if I put my hand on your shoulder?
By all means.
Beautiful. So we're going to say, Misha Barak Avotenu V'Imotenu, may the one who blessed our ancestors bless you. The one who created the world with speaking, who created the world with voice. May you be blessed for years and years with a great voice, with a voice that speaks up, a voice that speaks towards education and bringing people together, and a voice that champions this beautiful family, and a voice that continues for years and years to come.
Thank you very much.
Amen. And happy birthday. Mwah. Happy birthday. Yep. There you are. There you are. Yes, go Commanders, go Commanders. For all of these blessings, big and small, at the bottom of page 58, we say, Baruch Ata Adonai, Hatov Shimcha Olchana Lehodot. And this evening, of course, is a particular time to bless Israel and the state of Israel and the people of Israel. We are so grateful to be able to be in this moment and not in the past 2 years. And I'll say more about that in a little bit. But I found this beautiful poem written by Rachel Ezekiel Fishbein, based off of some words that Rachel Goldberg-Polin said as the hostages were being released. And so I wanted to share these words for our prayer for Israel this evening. She entitles it, May We See Peace. And she quotes, there is a time to sob and there is a time to dance, and we have to do both right now. Rachel Goldberg-Polin, and then Rachel Fishbein's words. May all of the hostages somehow find peace again. May our sisters and brothers in Israel somehow feel safe again. May the children of Gaza get to experience the innocence of childhood free from hunger and violence. May our people in Israel and the Palestinian people choose leaders who value life and peace over power and hatred. May we actually see peace in the Middle East in our lifetime. And may the memories of those killed on October 7th and since be a blessing. For that prayer, for all the prayers in our heart that we send to the Middle East, we say, Amen. We also know that many of you come here this evening, not just hoping for healing for those in Israel and for those in Gaza, but also in healing for people in your own lives. And for that, for Washington Hebrew, we're thinking this evening of Howard Clow, Tom Kershaw, Claire Planton, Helene Kershaw, Sandy Zober, James Rosenthal, Evan Feldman, and Scotty Hall. If you're thinking of someone today who's in need of healing, whether it be of mind, body, or spirit, I'll ask that you share their name out loud as my eyes meet yours. Amen. For all those names we hold in our heart, you can find our prayer of healing in our This Week. We take a few moments now for our own prayer to God. Perhaps it's a prayer of thanksgiving, a prayer of strength, a prayer of compassion, a prayer for someone else in this room or someone else in your life. We take a moment for whatever our heart has to say this evening. It's a good prayer. This time of year is very confusing for my children. Whenever they wake up in the morning, usually, one of them runs into my room and climbs into bed. But what happens this time of year is they run into my room and they say, Mommy, is it morning or night? And I have to say, it's morning. And they go, but it's dark out. And it totally confuses them. It totally confuses them. Understandably, if you do not know how to read a clock, it would confuse you too, whether it was morning or night, right? Their body is telling them it is morning, it's time to wake up, but the outside world is telling them it is definitely time to be asleep. And so it's confusing. It's confusing to determine where exactly we are in time. And actually, it's confusing for a lot of us to understand where exactly we are in time. And it seems in our words from Bereshit, from the beginning of our Torah that we read this week, that God might be a little bit confused about where God is in time. And so this week, since we just had Simchat Torah, we start the Torah over again, and we hear the first few days of creation, or we hear the whole story of creation, actually. And at the end of the week, right, so in case you've missed this story, God creates different things on each day, and on the sixth day, God creates people, and then it says God ceases from working, and then it says on the seventh day, God ceased from work on the sixth day, and then on the seventh day it says God ceases from work, and when God ceased from work, God rested. Okay, so that's a lot of ceasing from work. And on the surface level, it seems kind of obvious, like, okay, so God stopped working on the sixth day, rested on the seventh. But if you actually look at the text, God says it twice and says it differently. God says, or the narrator says, God stopped working on the sixth day, and then when God stopped working on the seventh day, God rested. So which is it? Does God stop working on the sixth day, or does God stop working on the seventh day? So everyone, good? Man, and Shabbat Shalom. That was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, so that was such an easier answer than what our rabbis gave as an answer. Our rabbis, because they love a contradiction, went a little wild with this contradiction, right? Like, so what is it? And there's a story in what's called Genesis Rabbah, which is some of our earliest texts of Midrash, stories that our rabbis tell to fix the holes in our text, says, listen, it's really hard for humans to distinguish exactly moments of time. It's really hard for humans to distinguish which was day 6 and which was day 7, right? They blend together. And even us with our clocks, and we're able to say 12 a.m. and 12:01 or 11:59 and 12, I still don't know which one it is, just so you know. It's still hard to tell, right? It's hard to tell when exactly, although we can Google it, but if we're looking at it, when exactly does the sun go down? Right? When there's that twilight period, is it day or is it night? I'm not really sure, right? So our rabbis say, like, listen, humans can't really figure that out when day 6 ends and when day 7 begins. But God understands time so well that it's as if it understands it by a hair's breadth, like knows exactly the moment when day 6 ended and day 7 began. And so to the human eye, whoever was around, I guess Adam and Eve, to the human eye, it looked as if God was still working on the 7th day, but don't worry, God was not working on the 7th day. God worked all the way up to the cusp of the end of the 6th day and then stopped. It only looked to us as if God was working on the 7th day. All right, that was some rabbinic craziness for you, for some meaning for us. It's really rare when we can find moments in our lives when there is a clear before and a clear after. I actually think about this a lot in reference to my father. A lot of you know that my father suffered from dementia for about 15 years. And a lot of people would ask me, what was he like before? And to be honest, I don't know. I do know. I know what he was like when I was a baby, but I don't know when before is, right? I don't know. He was always sort of a quirky, silly dude. So I don't know when it stopped being humor and started being dementia, right? I don't know when his quirkiness started to shift from like very silly to a little bit sad. I don't know when that happened. I don't know when before or after happened. And there's a lot of things like that in our lives where we don't know before and after. This week we got a gift. We got a real before and after. While this ceasefire is holding at the moment, and I'm still really feel like it's precarious. The release of the last living hostages is a marker in time. It is a marker in time where there is a before, 2 years of so much pain and so much death and so much suffering in Israel and in Gaza, and also 2 years of so much pain and so much hurt here, of so many of us walking on eggshells around people we love, around family members, around friends, not knowing who we can talk to and who has our support. Many of us losing friends and losing connection to family. So many of us wondering where we can feel comfortable and where we can't. Doesn't that all sound exhausting? That's what we've been doing for 2 years, no matter where you are on the political spectrum, because I've heard it from so many of you, that is what we've been doing for 2 years, and now we have a clear mark in time that says we can start doing things a little differently. It can be a little lighter now. It can be a little more different now. Perhaps we get a day 7. Perhaps right now, in fact, we are in a day 7. And so what do you do when you get this gift of a demarcation in time? What do you do when you get the gift of, wow, that happened, it was really hard. It is still, there's still sprinkles of it. I'm not like all rosy colored, just for the record. But what do we do when we do that, when we get that? The first thing we get from God is that we rest. We rest. It has been unbelievably tiring. It has been unbelievably hurtful. We get a moment now to take a breath. To be in community. You all did this very right this evening, I would say, but it could also be that you need to take a breath outside, do something for yourself, take a breath, a moment to rest. And after you take a moment to rest, we think about not just what we do on the 7th day, but what do we do on the 8th day, right? So God creates the world in 6 days, rests on the 7th. What happens on the 8th day? What should we all now do on our 8th day? We get the Shabbat. What do we do on Sunday? What do we do on Monday now that life has changed just a little bit? So we have 3 examples from the Torah of 8th day things that happen. The first, when you're a baby, for maybe half of you in the room, on the 8th day, there's a circumcision. I'm not suggesting you do that. I'm suggesting the reason you do that is to establish a covenant between the baby and God and the baby and the Jewish people. Perhaps on our 8th day, perhaps moving forward on our 8th day, we reestablish our covenant. We reestablish our relationships. We go back to some of the people that maybe have hurt us and say, hey, I'd really like to have this conversation now. Now I'm feeling a little safer. I'd love to chat now. Perhaps it's reestablishing our covenant, our relationship here at Washington Hebrew or with whatever Jewish community you are a part of. But we're reestablishing the covenant with our family and saying there was a 2 years there where we couldn't talk about something. What does that mean for us and for who we are? So that's one, to reestablish a covenant, reestablish a relationship. The second thing that happens on the 8th day in our Torah is our traveling tabernacles, like when the Israelites were in the desert, the tabernacle, the Mishkan, is rededicated on the 8th day. It says that now this place is holy, right? So what is it that we want to dedicate ourselves to now? Our lives have been a little bit on hold. Like the things that we champion and the ways in which we want to be out in the world have been a little bit on hold. What do we want to rededicate ourselves to? Perhaps it's our own community, our family. Perhaps it's some social justice stuff out here in our world, in America. Perhaps it's actually rededicating ourselves to learning more about Israel and about Zionism and about how that started and about history, because we've been so on sort of acute beforehand that we couldn't actually get a lot of our questions answered. And wow, there has been a lot of questions. Perhaps it's rededicating ourselves to that learning. And finally, as we heard and Cantor explained when we were doing our Amidah, the 8th day of Sukkot that we had this year, so the 8th day, or they had this week, the 8th day is when we switch our blessing from we want dew to please God, can we have rain? Rain, this source of life. We cannot live without it. Our agriculture can't grow without it, and we can't be without it. What is it that we can do now on our 8th day to give ourselves a little bit of life, to make ourselves feel a little bit more whole? Perhaps it's being with those that we love. Perhaps it's being outside. Perhaps it is giving ourselves a little bit of Judaism, a little bit of meaning in our lives, rededicating ourselves to certain values and hopes and dreams that we have put on hold. What is it that we can do to give ourselves life and renewal on this 8th day. I wish you a very, very joyous 8th day. Shabbat Shalom.
We turn to page 282 and we rise for the Aleinu. Aleinu leshabeach l'Adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kigoyei haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech kol haaretz, bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
You may be seated. Come now to the moment in our service of memory where we think of those who we have loved and lost, those who have made an imprint on our lives. This evening, Washington Hebrew remembers those who have passed at this time in years past. Larry Adler, Esther Baum, Jane Mann Bauman, Herman Beek, Sheldon E. Bernstein, Mary Chidekel, Abraham B. Cohen, Joseph R. Cohen, William A. Cohen, Jeffrey Lawrence Dates, Elizabeth Edlovich, David J. Eisman, Milton Firestone, Fanny G. Fogel, Cantor Roy Garber, Herbert Gernsbacher, James M. Goldberg, Gussie Brock Greenberg, Molly Greenberg, May Greenspan, Nelson Greller, Sidney Guggenheim, Meyer Hanlin, Hugh Harris, Jesse R. Heineman, Marie S. Higger, Annie Horowitz, Rose Horowitz, Charles Terry Joseph, Leah F. Kaplan, Ida Katz, Edna Katz, Carlton K. Kaufman, Julius Kolodner, Mary R. Korzek, Stanley Kuferman, Manuel J. Laskin, Lyle Leslie, Jacob Lyman, Samuel Libis, Maurice Lipnick, Wolf Lipsitz, Beatrice Wolf Lipson, Clara Dreisenstock, Clara Freyrick Marks, Charles Michaels Sr., Ruth Myers, Sally Newmeyer, Rosa Herman Ney, Michael Oppenheimer, Florence Robert Orisman, Cyril M. Perlman, Robert A. Phillipson, Milton Quint, Frida Riven, Frida Rosenbach, Jack Rosenberg, Ernestine Rosenthal, Dorothy Ann Rossett, Samuel Rothbart, Gertrude P. Schenthal, Joseph Schoenfeld, Amelie H. Sellinger, Richard Semsker, Sarah Schulman, Dora Sherman, Richard Hugh Semsker, Earl Silverman, Lillian B. Silverman, Ralph L. Steinhardt, Elka Stolaru, Joseph Strelitz, Lillian K. Posner-Wallace, David E. Walsh, Rabbi Joseph P. Weinberg, Sylvia Weiner, Raymond Wexler, Jean Wickman, Louis Weiner, Louis M. Zakroff, Marion Gilbert Zallis, Doris Zimmerman, and those recently laid to rest: Stuart Scher, Michael Smilo, Malcolm Pritzker, Betty Ann Hess Morse, Howard Felder, Christopher Sakalakos. If you have another name to add, or if I inadvertently mispronounce the name of your loved one, I'll ask that you share their name out loud with the community at this time.
The anniversary of Abe Essig.
We join together on page 294 and rise for Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirte ve'amlich malchute, b'chayachon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam u'lalmei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudusha brechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Ta'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing, and we say together, Amen. You may be seated. It is my pleasure to call up Melissa Schwartz, our vice president of our synagogue, to share some announcements and a special presentation.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We have some wonderful opportunities to engage with Washington Hebrew and the community in this next few weeks, and I'd like to share just a couple of them with you. First, this evening, join us in the Bride's Room after services for our social justice discussion focused on LGBTQ rights. Second, for the little ones, join us on Sunday, October 26th at the Bindeman Center for the ECC Fall Festival with games, activities, music, food, and more. It's absolutely perfect for families with young children. And finally, the Women of Washington Hebrew Literary Club kicks off its season on Tuesday, October 28th, with a New York Times bestselling author, Allegra Goodman, who's going to discuss her recent book, Isola. For those of you who are new to Washington Hebrew, thank you so much for joining us tonight, whether you're here or on live stream. For those of you who are here, if you have any questions, our greeters and board members and our clergy, we would all love to meet you at the Onyx, so come and find any of us. Everybody's sort of got a badge and is very friendly, so please reach out. Please feel free to take a copy of the This Week with you and use the QR code for more information on our upcoming programs or visit our website. Each Shabbat, we increase our joy by reciting Kiddush. It's a moment when we remember the miracle of the Exodus and celebrate our freedom. And here at Washington Hebrew, we also use this moment in our service to remember Cami Lauren Nathanson and the power each person has to make an impact in our community and change the world for the better. And as we celebrate so many fabulous milestones this evening, I am so excited to invite all 5 B'nai Mitzvah to come on up and join us on the Bima. Henry Smith, Alexandra Chodosh, Samuel Bauer, Jacob Teitelbaum, and Ellie Appleberg. We invite them to the Bima along with all of the children who are here this evening to please come forward and lead us in Kiddush. And may the vision of these young people give us strength, pride, and hope in a future.
Come on up, come on up. Here you go, my dear. Go right to the middle, go right to the middle. Okay. Oh, you get one of the big ones.
There you go. So you can
Good
go over
job.
there and get one for you.
Hello, here you go. Do you want to choose one? You can choose one.
Here you go.
They've gotten good now. Who did you bring with you?
There you go. All right.
Panda.
So,
So
you're
sweet.
First.
Here you go.
Yes, you are. You're going to do this. If you want, you can do this and this, or just this.
Do you want to hold one for her? Beautiful. Here, come forward, come forward.
Hashishi. Okay, you got it.
Vayhi erev, vayhi voker yom hashishi, and there was evening and there was morning, the 6th day.
The heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. On the 7th day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the 7th day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the 7th day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Amen.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, servant of the universe, who, finding favor with us, sanctified us with mitzvot. In love and favor, you made the holy Shabbat our heritage as a reminder of the work of creation.
As first among our sacred days, it recalls the exodus from Egypt. You choose us and set us apart from the peoples. In love and favor, you have given us your holy Shabbat as an inheritance. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen. And we're going to all join together in chanting. Ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav b'ratza banu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'vratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh bereshit ki hu yom tehila lemikrae kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'vratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat l'chaim. You can all drink up. Perfect. All right.
Beautiful. Okay, ready? You want to take this off for me? Take it off.
Rip it up.
Beautiful. Well done. Let's join together in Motzi. We ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Thank you so much, Hannah. And we take an opportunity every Shabbat to bless some of the most important people in our lives, our next generation. So I want all of you to smush together a little bit. We're going to try to get you under it, man, but you're really tall. All right, you ready?
Hey, everybody get up.
Everyone get under, everyone get under.
Underneath. Squeeze in.
All right. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious and kind to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God turn towards you and grant you peace. And we say together, Amen. Amen. Thank you for bringing so much joy and delight to our Shabbat. Thank you, thank you. You can head back to your people. You can put that right over there.
And our concluding song, as all of our students make their way back to their seats, is Adon Olam, which you can find on page 321. Adon Olam Hashem Allah Terem Kol Yetzir Nira Le'en Azav V'Chatzoko Azar Melech Shemo Nikra Le'acharei Kikor Kachol Levado Yimro
Shabbat,
Shabbat shalom.